There we go. You know, I was almost wondering if it was going to be like another Twitter thing. Instead of like instead of something else. I'll get into what I'm talking about in just a little bit. I'm just wanting to do the usual stuff and things, you know, making sure like, you know, everything's playing out nicely. Make sure everything doesn't go off on me. Okay. Gonna watch this little thing on Discord mobile to win some orbs. Cause why the fuck not? But I guess I'll go ahead and get things started. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Rose is here, and welcome back to another installment of Dead by Daylight. This is the final day of the Blood Moon event and everything, and because of that, I wanted to try and play around more on the thing Atmos, and maybe do like a little bit of like regular mode, maybe a little bit of like, you know, Blood Moon, you know, game mode and all that. Because it's pretty much going to be like the one, it's pretty much going to be like the one event that, you know, allows you to get like so many blood points and shit like that. So yeah, you know, like I figured I'd do a little thing there. I used up what I had previously. I placed everything I could onto Skull Merchant because I'm gonna try and see if I can get Skull Merchant to be my first P100 killer, and then probably afterwards, you know, like I might like work on some other characters, you know, because the idea at most, and I want to do like a little thing where the idea at most, like I want to do like a little thing where it's like, you know, since I have Ash P100, you know, I want to have like my first killer to be P100, which like I said, it was Skull Merchant. And then probably afterwards, you know, like I might work on some other killers and all that, like other killers, maybe other survivors, you know, at least get them to Prestige 9 to get like, you know, their bloody outfit, you know, their full base bloody outfit and everything like that, and then, you know, go from there. Now, before I get started though, I kind of want to talk about something that sort of happened recently, which is today as of the stream. So, there is a Twitch streamer by the name of Fresh Perspective. Now, I know the guy decently well enough, you know, and everything. Like, you know, I think I've seen him. I think I see him in like certain community, like a certain community or two, especially one that I used to be a part of, but now is no more of a thing because of entitlement from the streamer themselves, even if they don't want to admit it. But like, but basically in a nutshell, me and Pear had a little bit of a thing going on where we were talking about the whole situation um, of like, like balancing and perks and all that, because the thing about it was that he made, like, I can't remember the post, like, like word for word, but essentially he was doing a little thing of like, oh, oh, every time I play killer, I'm playing against perks and not people. And it kind of triggered me in a sense, because like I've always, cause like I've been hearing that so many times, and it feels like a fucking like a repeat, like it's like someone's put, like, someone's left a thing on like repeat, and it's always like the same thing, like over and over and over and over again. Talking about, it's like, oh, it's like, like I get robbed of, my hard work, because, like, either people like have like second chance perks or fight back perks and what have you, and it's just really stupid. And I had some things to say about it. Me and Pear kind of, we're kind of going at each other per se on Twitter. Even at one point in time, he apparently wanted to, even at one time, like, he apparently quote tweeted one of my things, one of my little replies to him, where I was like, hey, why don't Killer Mains just come out and say it, where it's like, hey, we want to get survivor perks, and, from the fight back perks and second chance perks and all that, and, make it to where, only us killers can have the good shit, and, have the game, and have, like, the game be completely one-sided in our favor, and, nothing, and they can't have anything. So I'm kind of putting this as a bit of a response, kind of, even though, like, I haven't heard back from Fresh since, the last little reply that I made. But I just want to put it out there and say that, if Fresh perspective, if Fresh hears this, or, finds out about this in some sort of way, like, dude, no hate towards you or anything like that, but I'm just getting really sick and tired of Killer Mains complaining about the stupid shit, and it's like, they always go for the same exact thing. It's like fucking copy and paste through the whole hallways, and everything looks the exact same, and like nothing has ever changed. It's like everyone, like, it's always like, oh, like I'm fighting against perks, not people, despite the fact that, you use perks to gain value in some sort of way, and it's like, oh, like, there's, if survivors are going to have these perks, there should be detriments, like bad detriments or something like that, even though it's like, it's just overall tiring. It's just overall fucking tiring. Like, I'm literally sick of hearing it. And I wish Killer Mains, who say this shit, would just shut the fuck up, and just play the game, as best as they can, And, and I also want to put it out there and say that, like, yes, I have played Killer before. I mean, like, I played every single Killer on the current roster, all from Trapper all the way up to fucking, what was it, like, Krisu, I believe, Krisu, Springtrap, whatever. From the start all the way to the very end of, as of, this thing goes. Like, I've played Killer, I've adapted all of them. I know what it's like on both sides, and it's pretty much why like, I've come to the consideration pretty much at this point that it's like, basically, this game cannot have the perfect balance as much as people would want, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be about, there's always going to be about one thing that can be put in two words: public outcry. Okay, like, as much as, it's like, Killer killers say like, oh, like, these survivors have all these hand holding, all this hand holding, things like that, and it's like, we kind of need them, whether you want to admit it or not, because of how one-sided the game could be. It's like, and it's like we have perks help us do certain things. Killers have perks that help them do certain things and all that. It's just how it is. It's like, and but it's like, oh, if you try to do one thing on one side, the opposite, that side is going to complain about having the opposite side having it better, and it's just you're going to have a war that's just never going to end. So like it's like I was saying, it's like I'm just really sick and tired of it, and I wish people would just shut the fuck up about it. It's like you're not going to be able to please everyone. You're not going to have the most you're not going to have a balanced game as much as you are like on your knees, begging for behavior to get it. You're not going to get it. It's just how it is. So it's kind of like one situation where it's like you kind of have to take the bad things with the good things, the good things with the bad things. All that shit. But as far as pairs, thing goes, like I don't hate the guy. I'm not trying to like start a war or anything like that with him. But it's just like I said, like I'm sick and tired of hearing the exact same thing. It's like, oh, like survivors have it easy. Survivors should have. It's like you can say that that they're not trying to word it like that, but at the end of the day, it kind of just feels like they're trying to say, just say. It's like a thing. It was like, just say what you really want to say. It's like, fucking, it's like say you want BT, base kit borrowed time, aka BT, to be completely gutted, where it's like, oh, you try to get saved off a hook, and you can just immediately get smacked right back down, and make all that stuff, and make all that attempts worth saving, pointless. Have it to where it's like, like survivors have like a perk that allows them to get up from being slugged, like say like Unbreakable for example, and instead of having just do the way this and that, or have like some sort of like gen defense, like gen rushing type build or healing build and stuff like that, because it's like I think one of the things that was mentioned was the whole situation of meta. It's like. And I think like one of the things that I was kind of talking about was, like one perk is not going to do a multitude of things to where people were like, hey, I don't really need this perk anymore since this other perk here could do, could be part of that. So it's like, oh, I'm going to just, grab this or do that, and it's like, like these perks can have, like perks by themselves are not always perfect. They're not going to have like that perfect perk. That can do like a multitude of things as much as we'd want. So like you have to put put another build on or another perk on there to get some sort of synergy, and vice versa, all that shit. It's like like everyone has their preferred type of perk loadout and things like that, and and it's like like people have like gen doing perks, healing perks, I'm a make a save type of perks, and stuff like that, and it's just like, why can't you get it through your head that, why the only reason why you're saying that all this shit is unhealthy is because it's just pissing you off, and it's like, yeah, I can truly understand, like, you can annoy at something that you try to do, and all of a sudden, like, just something happens, like that, but it's just it just comes with the territory, and you've got to learn to accept it at this point. But yeah, again, fresh, no hate towards you or anything like that, but I'm just really sick and tired of hearing the same, bullshit over and over again, and I wish people would just shut up and just stop with it, because like it's always the same, it's always the same copy and paste bullshit. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, I think, so yeah, what we're going to do at most is we're going to kind of play a little bit of the Blood Moon event. Probably might start things up on Survivor. And,
got to get out of here.
We're actually going to be playing as probably a few different characters, starting with, Michonne Grimes here. They probably wonder, like, why am I playing as Michonne Grimes and not like someone like Ash or Nick Cage or whatever. And the reason for it is because I'm trying to do a little thing where it's like I'm just using like, you know, Bloody Party streamers or bound envelopes and stuff like that, you know, other characters that I haven't really played around with, so that way I don't have to always, you know, be bringing, you know, like the Screech Cobbler, or you know, like basically like the special shit that I've been saving up for, you know, certain people, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just like, oh, I want to, just do that. So currently I am on playing as Michonne Grimes, and I have about like 3 BPSs, but it's basically short for Bloody Party Streamers. And we're going to see how things go. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that like I'm going to be expecting, you know, everyone to you know, have blood point offerings that, you know, will stack with each other, because, you know, when the blood moon event, it's like, oh, I'm pretty much going to do a thing where it's like I'm going to just bring out the eyeball offering, and because, you know, have it be personal, which, you know, to each their own, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm also doing a little thing that technically I had gotten from Fresh Perspective himself, and I'm playing around with this little build here, which is We're Gonna Live Forever, For the People, Decisive Strike, and Plot Twist. Just to see, you know, like what kind of stuff happens with a build like this, you know, see if we can, you know, maybe somehow get any sort of value from it or what have you. So, but yeah, you know, like when he, because one of the many little like replies, you know, he was, you know, messaging me on and whatever. He was talking about one of his builds that he likes, that I guess he likes using. So I'm just like, you know what, you know, thanks for the build. I'm gonna actually try it out myself. See what kind of stuff I'm gonna do from it. Now it's probably not gonna be here forever. You know, as I, you know, like switch characters from time to time, but I just figured, you know, I'd do a little thing like, oh hey, you know, I wanna try and play it out and see what happens. Two Dweetuses and a Meg. And they're almost identical, except one is completely bald. Except one's completely bald, and the other one's on PSN. I bet you anything that secret offering is probably a Mori. Cause I can't tell you how many times I literally can't tell you how many times I've had that happen where it's like, you know, someone brings in a secret like the killer brings in a secret offering, and it's like more than likely it's always off to the Mori. Tobias Landing. Up, boy. Oh. And yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, I think the PSN Dwight had DC, because it's like, oh, it's a, I guess they don't like facing the voice. Fuck. Whee! Fuck. Lucky bitch.
Prepare yourself.
Fuck. Fuck. You some bitch, you.
Get me off this thing!
An interesting thing I found out too about the person who voiced Michelle Grimes. It's not the same person from The Walking Dead. Yet everyone else who came from the chapter and everything, like the people who played the other characters actually reprises their role, but the person who did Michelle Grimes did not. I thought that was pretty interesting. There you go. Oh, fuck a duck. I'm on this bitch!
Let me help.
Well, that was all for nothing. You don't get the reins, boyo. Fuck. Damn it.
It begins.
Hey man, kill the white bot. Fuck. Well, this is quite a start to the games now, isn't it? Watching the first Survivor game on, have someone who DCs right away because it's a certain killer. Then we have another person who just gives up. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do that, boy. Fuck.
Soon.
Too slow and too far. I'm running my happy ass off.
You cannot run.
Look at dick. I'm probably gonna be getting the special more. It's like my whole bar thing's filled up. You know I see you, right? Fuck.
I am superior.
Oh, please. Someone in the world breaker shit. Oh, I'm dead.
Time for your suffering to end.
Fuck a duck. Well, that was a game and a half, methinks.
I can't stay here. Doesn't feel safe.
I got two BPSs. So the Mortgage is Mash on. And we'll see who I play as next. Come on, good person. It's like the old thing, like the old saying that Bender likes to say from time to time. Where it's like, "Let's go already." Ain't that about a motherfucker? Mac Malone. Ooh.
Okay. This is new.
Pupper's turn. Nice flag. Nice flag there. I'm screwed. You bitch. Ow. Jeez, man. Take it fucking easy. And he's got, and yep. I have a plaything. Man, I can't tell you how many. Oh, well, you know, my plaything's right there. It's like, man, I can't tell you how many times it's like, I've been playing like the event and everything, and fucking the color, you know, and like fucking the killers have you know, the killers have plaything, and I've been kind of like fucked by it and everything.
Thank you.
It's like I'd be, you know, be just doing my little thing, and you know, just trying to do the best to my abilities and everything like that. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, they got plaything, and I'm just like scaring, like it's like I'm scaring the fucking map or so, you know, trying to find it. You know, it's like I traverse the map, you know, trying to find it and everything like that, and then. And it's like, oh, I can't be able to find it, and then they, you know, and they get their plaything's value, where it's like, you know, I can't, it's like, you know, I don't know what, you know, that they're like, you know, so close to me and everything, and. Well, this looks class. I don't want the hot tours. I'm not gonna get value out of plot twists. Or will I? Been a long while since I used plot twists. Wait for the broken to go away. There we go. A little bit of that plot twist value. Like, somebody, don't think I don't see you. Ow. You bitch. Why you got no terrorists? Ow. Why do you have no fucking terror radius? You don't even have, I don't even have your space thing. Like, what? How the fuck do you not have a terror radius? You don't have a place thing anymore. All the way over there. Not gonna lie, that kind of spooked me a little bit. Oh, hi. Ow. Damn it. Like, they need to really make a cooldown where it's like, I'm looking directly at the fucker. I'm dead. Ah. Like they really need to make it. They really need to make the thing like like quicker. I don't really understand. I don't really understand why they're giving unknown buffs where it's like, oh, you go to play faster. But it's like brother, like they don't need that. It's like my dude, like they don't. It's like the unknown doesn't need that. Like that's not a problem that he has. It's like no matter what you want to say, it's like it's not an issue that that the unknown needs. Like it doesn't need the cooldown of it doesn't need like a cooldown reduction or whatever of being able to do that. Like the whole thing.
I miss the sword.
The Haktua thing is just fine as it is. It doesn't need to be lessened. Especially because of the fact it's like, oh, you have to, you have to fucking like, you have to look forward and make sure you don't run into like in the corner or like something that's in the way, like a wall or what have you, and then there's like to like look back, why you weren't right, why you're running. I don't know why, but like. I don't know what it is, but like seeing a name like what the Ace has there, I don't know. It makes me think to myself. It's like, I don't know what it is, but like it makes me think to myself with a name like that, it's like Temp, and all a bunch of random ass numbers. That it's like that it's like like it's someone who got suspended from their had their account suspended and now they're on like another one or something like that, or they made like or they made like a shit ton of balls and they just called this one something else. There's just and like they made like a bunch of alternate accounts or whatever, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we have that's just the name. Cause I don't know I don't know, like, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just me, but like, I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, well, the name, like, the whole temp thing, then it's like just something that they just, like a bot, but they're gonna, like, use cheats or something like that. I don't know, maybe I'm fucking paranoid from stuff like that, cause it's like, even though, like, I haven't really experienced cheating survivors in such a long time, I think, like, the last time I ever had to deal with, like, some sort of cheating survivor was, in one of the 2v8 iterations, me and a former friend, were queuing up for, some 2v8 killer and everything like that, and of course, we queued, and then because, we, do a little play while you wait, so, we, I think I played around the Survivor, and then next thing you know, like I think we were on Larry's, and then like someone was just like, they were just crouched, and they were just like just zooming like super speed. There'd be a Wraith. I know that sound from anywhere. What? God damn it. Okay, so they got Coxcomb Clapper, which basically renders the bell completely silent. Wow. I'm really curious as to what the second add-on that they have is. Because one thing I'd say, like for me, whenever I play Wraith, and I'm doing the whole like Silent Bell thing, chances are like I always have the like the other add-on where it's like excuse me. I always do a thing where it's like, I always have the other add-on to where when I'm cloaked, I can be able to see survivors within a certain range.
You saved me. Thanks. Thank you.
Might as well put that there. Because if I don't, he's going to just make a trail. Hello, bitch. Like, hey man, I don't want him. Hold on. I called it. Fucking pain res. Take pain res check. Take pain res check. Go off the, go off the gen. You bitch. Kaboom. Fuck. It's gonna be somewhere, yep, 4-way. Fuck. I ain't got no pallets. Yeah, I think this is GG. Only got one gen done. Got someone on Death Hook. I'm probably about to beat Death Hook myself. Ow! Bro, pick me up or just fucking fuck off. Yeah, I gotta think that he's. I gotta assume that he's gotta have the other hat on.
Thank you.
I was looking over there and see a fucking ghost face. Must be Bubblehead. But, you know, sometimes I do kind of wish that, you know, they would bring back, you know, the whole situation of, you know, no matter... It's like, sometimes I do kind of wish that, you know, they would bring back, you know, for like the I know this is going to sound entitled, but like, just, you know, just putting it out there and everything, but you know, fucking, you bitch. I'm not running. Give me a sec. Never mind. Yeah, that was unfortunately boring. You know, like, you know, we only had got like one gen done. Couldn't be able to do anything. Yep. All seeing blood. Yeah, like I said, there was. Oh, and he had no ad too. So if you did try to do one thing, it's like you know. But yeah, like there was no real point in that. You know, like there was no real point. Like, well, you know, we're not gonna get anything done, so might as well just get your free fucking kills. And we did it, but. Yeah, like I said, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Just fucking, you know, like you're not gonna be able to win. You know, it's like not gonna be able to win at fucking 4 gens with everyone basically being dead. So it's might as well, like, you know what, just fucking Let's fucking get it over with. Get you to 4K.
All
Get
right.
you to 4K. Fuck off.
Just gotta figure things out.
So I think about like, you know, what I could possibly do. Do that for right now. I'll do Rookie Spirit, why not? Vigil, 5 moves ahead, Rookie Spirit, and DS. Even though I feel like I'm never gonna get. I feel like I feel like the times that I would somehow have DS, like I get no value from it, and it's like, and then it's like fucking when I want to try and get value from it, it's like I don't. It's one of those like weird cycles where it's like, you know, you don't know whether or not you should have said perk equipped for like, you know, for like the play style that you're gonna have to, that you know, you're more like gonna have to deal with or something. Know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Why ain't this fancy? Hey! 2 beamers and a keyer. Right, there'd be 2 beamers and a keyer at this bitch. That's another thing too that like I find kind of crazy. Where I feel like another thing too that I find kind of crazy is that, you know, people like I see a lot of posts talking about like how people should stop using the bloody eye offering, you know, for the Blood Moon event, because it's always, you know, because it's a personal thing, and it's, you know, and there should be like a, and you know, they should like, you know, rework it to where it's like it works for everybody. But yet, like a lot of times that I've been, you know, playing the Blood Moon event, you know, you'll see like a lot more people bringing those and like other kind of, you know, BP type offerings.
Gotta do something. Got people to get back to.
You're over there. It's a scurry old merchant. It's like, hey man, I'm trying to P100 you. You know what? When you wish it was one thing, but it's always something completely different. Oh, hi.
Grit those teeth, all right?
There you go. Yeah, now do I have to? Yeah. Oh. I almost thought you had that, the add-on that was gonna make you, that was gonna put your terror radius on the team. Ow! Heck. Some of them locker. Hey, come here. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta get Ricky Spirit somehow. Uh-oh. Back. Taste the beam of light. Whoa, hello. Touch my beam, motherfucker! Yeah, you bitch. So it does seem like it works on bludgeon, Brook Spirit, that is. My word, everyone's a mania. I'm assuming that person over, yeah, my boss said, that person over there, that's Kayla. Hang on, does this get rid of... Yep. Unfortunately, saving gets rid of... How? He did it. Hey, well, ain't that about motherfucker? So it's like I can't really do a thing. I want to try and get the yes value. I would say it does kind of suck. Because I feel like it's like trying to get TS value is it feels like it's so rare. Dear God, I got killed by Shadow. That wasn't the inverted one. My weird. Speaking of invited.
Campfire. Doesn't feel safe, though.
There's gonna be a crashy. A crasui. Like, it's a crasui. It's a pui. Alright, let's see. One more of that. Generate most progress. Yeah, let's bring food ass hell. Pal to the meow. I like shiny things. Hex and the city. Maui. Cause the genial wait towers are shot leaking. Well. Ooh, Batum rescue.
Walkers out there or something else.
Oh man. Did I just see who I think I saw? I believe you'll find that's a slinger of death. Bang, bitch. Bang. Fuck. Feels like I'm trying to finish the fucking thing off. Pain res and DMS. So like, yeah, damn it, dude. Like, I hate to say it. Ricky, Dicky, do all grind. I didn't mean to do all that. You bitch. You're not even going to get me like that. Fuck. I didn't think you was actually coming down here. God damn it. They pulled me down to the ground, into the hole. The motherfucker don't hold me. That. The motherfucker hold me. Shit. I say two people. Oh, hello.
I thought it was my time.
Take off. Oh. There you go.
That's good. You did real good.
I guess we all do, yeah. The community thing, I think, is beep, and then just get the damn, have the gate opened. I said, was that aimed at me? Oh, hi. Oh. Motherfucker got friends. I'm not your fucking friend. Ow. Listen, I'm not the Dwight. Ow. That motherfucker, I'm not the Dwight. I roll back though. Speed, get me off.
I think I'll be all right.
Ah! Well, I'm dead. still don't have friends in the end?
That'll make a good scar.
I'm confused. And yeah, well, I'm gonna stop slowing down for. Yeah. Dick. I'm really curious though, I literally thought he had friends to the end because I have how the obsession changed. Like, I know there's kind of like more than one way to have the obsession change, but like, I feel like it's very rare. So like, I gotta know. Yo, what the fuck was that? He does have friends to the... Okay, Okay, not gonna lie, I am legit confused. Because normally whenever, like, you hook the obsession, right, someone else becomes, like, someone, gets, like, it becomes, like, the new obsession. How did I not get hit with the obsession? How did I not become the new obsession when they hooked the Dwight? I don't get that. Because normally what's supposed to happen is, so, like, say for example, you know,
Campfire. Doesn't feel safe though.
so yeah, like, you know, it's like, say for example, you know, like the Dwight, you know, he was obsessed and everything like that, you know, to just be, you know, this, that, and the other, okay? You know, and Singer has friends at the end. And like, you know, and like saying like it's just like, you know, like me and Dwight, for example, it's just like the only two survivors left, right? So like say, you know, Singer, you know, so like Singer hooks Dwight, you know, who was the obsession at the time. Normally what's supposed to happen is that the obsession switches over, and, you know, you go from there. Now the reason why, and now usually to kind of counter this per se, at least in terms of like, you know, the whole situation of, you know, like being seen, is usually kind of like, you know, hide up in the locker. I think like even then it's like, oh, you know, you try to do that, but I don't know. Unless there's like something that I'm not getting. You know, it's like maybe like the only thing I can think of, like the only thing I can think of, okay, is the only thing I can think of is that because I went into I jumped into a locker before Dwight got hooked. The only thing I can think of is that I might not have gotten tagged as the obsession. But that's just, you know, that's just, you know, like that's just my 2 cents on the whole thing, honestly. Because again, like, I don't know exactly what else it could be. Anyway. Yeah, since everyone else is doing it, might as well do it myself, you know, especially since I have a lot of Bloodshot Eye offerings on a Bullseye. Steve Ace, Nicolas Cage, and the Mule Kayla. So can we find that one little sweet spot? Ace item, Sable, Lolita. That's funny. That's funny right there. You see the majority of, it's like you see the majority of the people, you know, bringing offerings, you know, bringing offerings and like a BP for everybody, and then all of a sudden it's like, just that one, just that one, you know. Yamioka. Fuck. Wait, go, it's from Kanaju. Ah. Look at dick. Hey, bitch. Damn it. Oh, I got that taken care of. Got the status thing. Didn't mean to swing there. Wait, I think I heard a booner over here. I'm hearing a booner. Stop the booner. Hey! Chuck the stick, that one, you're running that one. You can die for me! That was like awful. Somebody got a flashbang. The bang of flash. Hey! Dang it. Oh, I'm about to say, you go too in the belly. Protegeu, pessoal. Virusante. How you doing? Wait to go. Wait to come, on, Joe. Ash Tweed. What is this now? Hat check, killer check. Well, I'm never. So it was the Ace who had the Bingo Flash. And Sable also had a boon. Let me see something really quick. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably just, end it here. I will say it's been quite the roller coaster of a thing for this event. Now, I will say that as far as, the Blood Moon event goes, it's like, it's kind of one of those little things where it's like, I'm half and half on it. Because, on the one hand, because like on the one hand, it's like, I love being able, to have like an event where you go get like a shit ton of blood points. But the mode itself, like the objectives, is not really that great because, so because it's just like it's just a thing of like just going around trying to find the blood, like a blood pump thing, trying to find that in the most randomest places, trying to not spill a drop for the most part, to go to the blood gen and everything like that. Like I'm not the biggest fan of it. I mean, even if it's like with like the blood gens, you can be able to do like some good potential energy from that. But at the same time, though, it's just like I can't remember what iteration it was, but there was like there was a Blood Moon playstyle back in the past that was completely different that I didn't mind as much compared to this iteration. It was just I think it was like I think it was one of those situations where it benefited both sides. Yeah, so it was like a thing where it's like both sides had an advantage type thing. Had something to gain from it, if you will. I feel like I do like that one more than this. Well, I missed the bullet point bonus game. Oh yeah, I certainly sure as hell will. But I think they should really reconsider about like having like this iteration of the Blood Moon event, with like the objectives and stuff like that, because no one's gonna want to have to go around and try and like find the blood pumps to fill blood, to like, because I say that the problem is that the blood pumps, they have the most stupidest spawns sometimes. Like for example, like you can have I guess like for an example, like you could have, let's say, RVD. Why I say RVD? RPD. Man, it's like let's say that you had RPD, right? And you're trying to figure out like where everything is and all that, and then it's like say you got the blood gens on one side of the map, and then on the other side it's the only places like you go that you go to get the some blood to fill up your jerry cans and whatnot. And that's just honestly pretty stupid. It's pretty stupid, and it just feels like it's a time waster. But other than that, though, had been some moments with this, game mode. Got me a nice amount of blood points and everything like that, which is always nice to get. So yeah. I hope everyone has enjoyed and everything, and if I sound like a Danny Downer at any point in time, it is what it is. But other than that, though, my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be tomorrow, aka Thursday. Not 100% sure as to what I'm gonna do yet. I might look into maybe doing possibly like the final parts of Death Wish for Blood, and from episode 1 and all that. Cause I think I want to say like I maybe have like 3 more levels to go at most, but hard to say not knowing. So yeah. But if you enjoyed what you saw today, though, and you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can, check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, even Blue Sky as well. And until I see you all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care, everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.